What's happening, all you beautiful people? And look, I'm serious. I'm looking at you. You're beautiful. You really are. And I've got a show for you today that I have been planning for, I don't know, I can't tell you how long, and I'm so excited. Today, we're going to talk about the Feastables of Mr. Beast. Now, come on, who doesn't know who Mr. Beast is? He came out with some chocolate bars, all right? And I had to test these bad boys out. And I did. And I got to tell you, Mr. Beast, you got something going on here. But I wanted to take it up a notch. I wanted to see if we could make it something even better. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make some chocolate ice cream out of the Feastables Mr. Beast chocolate bars. And it's going to be incredible. And you need to watch. And Mr. Beast, if you are watching this, I think you need to shout out at me, because let me tell you something. This recipe is incredible. And a Mr. Beast ice cream, oh my goodness. I'm already just like saying, who would have thunk it? We need to do this. So let's get started. First of all, what we're going to do today is, as you can see, I've got all of his flavors here, and I mean, these are phenomenal. And by the way, they really are delicious. I do believe they are better than the brands that are out there. If you would like to get yourself some as well, I highly recommend. You can get, I'll leave a link in the description box below. Pick some up. They are fantastic. And today, the ice cream is going to be incredible, I promise. So what I've done is I have another package, and I've put some inside of a pot here. And this is where the chocolate is. Now what we're gonna do is, just because we don't want it to stick on the bottom, I'm gonna put just a little bit of heavy whipping cream in the bottom of this pan. Just probably like 3 tablespoons just to give it a little liquid. And we're gonna start to melt this down. And we're gonna melt the chocolate down until it is completely and totally all melted through. And once that finishes, the only other thing that we're going to do to make this incredible ice cream is we're going to add some sweetened condensed milk. We're going to add 1 whole egg, and then I'll show you what we're going to do after that. But basically, we're going to whip some heavy whipping cream. We're going to fold that all in. We're going to freeze it. The end product, fantastic. And by the way, this is kind of like, this is Mediterranean soul food, right? So it's really kind of like a gelato, but let me tell you, the difference between, people ask me, well, what's the difference between gelato and ice cream, Chef Brian? Well, first of all, gelato in Italian does mean ice cream. Really, the difference is simply that gelato has less cream and more milk. And it also uses almost 0 eggs. So we're kind of going in between. We're kind of making a really, gelato soul ice cream today, because we are going to add some eggs and we are going to add some cream, and it's going to be delicious. So as you can see here in this pan, we are getting nice and melted down here. Very, very nice. I'm going to add just a little bit more whipping cream. And when you cook, just make sure that you're keeping track of what's going on. So you don't want to burn anything. Watch your burner. Just melt this down just like so. So now that you have that, what we're going to do here is we're going to add our sweetened condensed milk right into this. Okay? And I've also turned the burner down to very, very low simmer. So we take the sweetened condensed milk. This is 1 can. This is the goodness, people. All right. Look at that. Now I'm going to tell you a little secret. The reason I turned the heat off is because before we add the egg, I didn't want this to be at a peak boil, because what will happen, we will have Mr. Beast ice cream with a scrambled egg on top, and that's not really the recipe I wanted to do today. Maybe in the future. Hey, by the way, if you're all listening, don't you know you are, leave a comment below if you know what Mr. Beast's real name is. I really would like to know. I mean, I'd like to call him John or Charles or Kevin or whatever or something. I mean, what is your name, dude? Who knows? Somebody place in the comments what your name is. Maybe I'll give a prize away. Somebody give me the right name. Mr. Beast, what is your name? Tell me his middle name, I'll give you a real big prize. How about that? All right, so there we go. Now we're going to add our 1 egg into this mixture. This is going to give it that extra boost. What I mean by boost is it's just going to add creamy texture to it. It's going to take this ice cream to another level. And there you have it. And now we go to the next step, which is going to be whipping our heavy whipping cream and then folding this into that, freezing it, and then you're off and running to some incredible ice cream. So hang in there. Let's do this. Okay, so now what I've done is I took a stainless steel bowl that was in my freezer and I've taken it out, and I also, another little trick, I've got a hand mixer and I took the 2 beaters, they were also in the freezer. The reason I'm doing that is because we're gonna whip this heavy whipping cream, and if you have a frozen bowl or a cold bowl and cold beaters, this is gonna whip into whipped cream a lot faster. And we're gonna use 16 ounces, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, okay? Put that in the bowl, just like so. Easy, and then we are off to mixing this up, and we're gonna mix this until it's fluffed into peaks to heavy cream. All right. Look at that. Now, as you can see, we've made fresh whipped cream. See how that's peaked up like that? Perfecto. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our Mr. Beast chocolate mixture and we're going to place it inside of the whipped cream. Perfect. Mix it in. And of course, you could also use your hand mixer for this as well. Kind of like I can just do it with my hands. That's totally up to you. But this is your ice cream base, people. Look at this.
Nice and mixed in.
Okay. We're all set. Next, all we're gonna do is we're gonna place this mixture into some pans. You can use stainless steel pans, you can use Tupperware. Today, we're going to use just some basic Tupperware, okay, with a top on it. It's easy, it's simple. Hang in there. I'm gonna show you how we put this in. We'll put it in the freezer. The end result, phenomenal. All right, there you have it. Now you can see I used 2. You can use just 1 if you want. I like to use 2 because it freezes faster and I want to taste this as quick as possible. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the lids on into the freezer overnight or minimum 6 hours, and then you are ready to go. So let's get these in the freezer. Let's give this the time that it needs. Let's bring it out. Let's give it a taste. Mr. Beast, I'm waiting on to hear from you now. It's gonna be good. So once again, let's just talk about what we did today. We are using Feastables. This is Mr. Beast's chocolate bars, okay? And I wanted to do something with it. I tasted them as they were delicious. I gotta give the man his props, honestly. And what I did is I decided, you know what? This could make an incredible ice cream. And I didn't want it to have an ice cream machine. So I took my knowledge, my recipes, my chefdom, and I decided, I have a recipe that you can do without a machine using the Feastables Mr. Beast chocolate bars and create a chocolate ice cream. So what we did is we melted the chocolate down, we added a little bit of heavy cream, we added 1 egg, we mixed it all, then we whipped up some fresh cream, we folded the chocolate mixture into the cream, we put it into the freezer for 6 to 8 hours. It came out, and this is what we have. It is looking really, really good, as you can see. Now, of course, we have the moments of truth here. One there. Let's get in here. This looks fantastic. All right, nice. And this does have kind of like that gelato, texture to it. I can see already. which is great because I like the European. So it's kind of a mixture between ice cream and gelato. You can see it's nice and soft, like a soft serve. All right, here we go. Join me. Wow. Mr. Beast, I think we got something here. All right? No more playing around. This may be the best ice cream in the world. You know, push aside all the other ones. This is phenomenal. Once again, people, the Feastables by Mr. Beast. We've taken it, we've made ice cream. So good. So incredibly good. You have to try this. That's all I got for you today on Chefbrian's Kitchen. Remember, like and subscribe, you know, do your thing. And if you know Mr. Beast's real name, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to call him John, Charles, Peter, Paul, something. We gotta know the man's name, right? If you get the answer right and you know it's right, I may give out a prize or two. What? You know, why not? All right? I'll see you guys next time. Until then, eat well and stay healthy.